Hey guys, this is Nick. Solo play is cool, but sometimes it gets boring and the only thing that makes it enjoyable is playing with some friends. Of course, there is multiplayer, but most of those games just feel like standing alone in the massive crowds. But fear not. Today we're looking at the top 10 best games that you can enjoy playing along with your friends over the internet or locally in the same place. We have considered games of all time, but also kept a strong focus on new games. Let's dive into the list. Number 10. Human Fall Flat. It started as a pleasant if unremarkable puzzle platformer starring a featureless doughboy. Then its developers added co-op and the game became alive. Playing with 2 players in local co-op or up to 8 players online, your goal is still to steer your doughboys towards the exit on a series of floating islands. You must do this by clumsily lifting yourself up on ledges, swinging from ropes, and working out how to use the environment to continue your journey. The game is very easy to learn and very funny to play. The clumsiness gets very delightful when you play with your friends. They hoist you up behind them and hold your hand as you dangle all over the place and come up with weird plans to make it work. It's a lot of plain physics fun. Number 9. Overcooked. Without a doubt is one of the most insane, stressful, and joyful games on this list. Tasking 4 players with making food may sound simple, but as anyone who's ever worked in catering will tell you, a kitchen is the devil's own workshop. As timers tick down, you'll need to coordinate on veg chopping, burger frying, soup stirring, and dishwashing. Each subsequent level introduces a more varied menu and increasingly complex dishes. There are earthquakes and all kinds of chaos in restaurants, and you will need to work around it with constant thought and communication. It's the chaos that creates Overcooked's best moments. There's now an Overcooked 2 also, which is not much different from the first. So grab any of them and you are guaranteed some fun cooking time and you will satisfy your appetite. Number 8. Sea of Thieves. It was light on content at launch, but it has really progressed into a fine open-world online privacy adventure game. Players that just want to burn through the content are missing the point. That Sea of Thieves is about playing with friends. This Rare's swashbuckling sandbox makes it really shine as a co-op hangout. It can be completely undemanding of any tasks. Just board a ship with your friends, pick a direction, and just sail around drinking, playing musical instruments, and firing each other out of cannons. For more excitement, you can chase down other crews for some bracing ship-to-ship combat, hunt for buried treasure, or take down a skeleton fort, but it's just as enjoyable to treat it like a chat room with beautiful waves and the occasional kraken. Arr! Who done released the kraken? The 2019 anniversary update added a series of quests that serve some good moments of adventure and will make you feel like a brilliant crew of swashbucklers. Number 7. Vermintide 2. It's built on the already perfect chassis of one of the best co-op games of all time, Left 4 Dead 2, swapping zombies out for ratmen and rotting troops. Each level can be tackled by up to 4 players and you slaughter hordes of enemies to reach the end intact. Bosses can easily pick off anyone that strays from the group and can tear through an unprepared team. Vermintide 2 has the best rats in video games. They're human-sized opponents with weapons and minds of their own, making them more satisfying to fight than zombies. There are 5 classes each with separate skills and access to different weapons to give each player their own role. The game nailed melee combat at its core and sprinkled in some great level design. And the end result might be the best horde survival game to play along with your buddies. Number 6. Stardew Valley. It introduced multiplayer in 2018, adding co-op for up to 4 players or more with mods, all sharing the same farm. It's a pleasant place to spend time together, dividing up the endless farm chores and watching your overgrown homestead slowly morph into a thriving veggie plantation. Multiplayer works pretty seamlessly. You share money, but otherwise you have your own houses, inventories, and relationships with the townsfolk, so your whole crew can mostly do their own thing, then come together for special season events. It lets you live out an alternate life as a farmer, away from the hustle of cities and video games with guns and whatnot. It's about escape, and you can escape with your friends. With real people in the mix, you get an actual community. Maybe they'll bake you a cake, or steal your chickens. Number 5. Minecraft. Nobody knew how huge Minecraft would be when the alpha released in 2010. Today, Minecraft is played by people of all ages. Part of its appeal, aside from its openness, is the social aspect. Whether helping your family stave off monsters as you build a fantasy land together, or collaborating with a group of friends to build pointless structures or grand engineering feats of construction, or you can just bounce about the place creating chaos and generally hanging out. Its lack of rigid structure means you and your friends can get up to anything. You can even play it as an RPG, killing mobs with your co op partners, leveling up and building equipment, with the eventual goal of taking on the final boss, the Ender Dragon. Minecraft is whatever you want it to be, and you can enjoy it all with your friends. Number 4. Divinity Original Sin 2. It is simply one of the best RPGs ever made, and you can play it with 3 other friends in online co-op. But it's very different from every other title, as your friends are maybe no longer friends in this game. They're colleagues, perhaps, and sometimes they're rivals. They can cooperate or actively work against one another if they choose, and thus the competitive cooperative RPG is born. You can take on quests with contradictory objectives like kill that one NPC your friend really needs to talk to, or poison their health potions and then share them with the party after the next battle. You're dealing with 3 other people, all lying for different outcomes. It's a beautiful role playing mess set in one of the most engaging RPG worlds ever. Just try it with a group of your friends or enemies. Well, you know what they say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Number 3. Monster Hunter World. You can play through all of Monster Hunter solo or with random strangers, but co-op is where the game truly shines. Team up with a group of your friends to track down stunning beasts to experience some of the most intense and highly rewarding battles in gaming today. Tougher monsters force you to collaborate and stay constantly on your feet, and fights go so much better when your hunting party is made up of buddies communicating on Discord. Grinding for the rare drops you need to make gear is just so much more fun with a few friends. In Monster Hunter World, taking down monsters is an art that requires patience and skill. The Iceborne expansions adds new monsters to fight in frosty locations to encourage teamwork as it's a lot harder. Jump in with some friends and go hunting. Number 2. A Way Out. It's rare that a game is only playable in co-op, but that's exactly what A Way Out does. This is a prison break adventure played in a split screen or online, with you and a friend controlling 2 prisoners who slowly form a bond and plot their freedom. Whether you're working out together, passing a chisel between cells to find out an exit route, playing basketball, or covering each other in life and death skirmishes, it's all built for you to enjoy together in a way that's satisfying and worthwhile. With great gameplay, it features a great story that you can experience together with your friend, which will surprise you in the ending. Your initial goal is to find a way out of prison and a step closer to redemption. If not for the number 1 pick, it would have been the best co-op game we've ever played. Number 1. Portal 2. Yes, one of the most critically acclaimed games of the last decade. There is no denying the raw quality of Portal 2's distinct co-op campaign. As the 2 testing robots, you and a friend get to explore the darker side of GLaDOS's testing routines, the stuff that's too dangerous for humans. The 3-dimensional spatial thinking that makes the Portal series so addictive is only magnified when there's another friend getting stumped at the puzzle with you. After completing the main story, you can head to Valve's map editor community, which created excellent new maps to explore and get stumped in together. Portal 2's co-op is an experience you can't quite replicate. Its system's a perfect balance of cooperation and fun experiences. Grab a friend and become the most stupid pair of geniuses around. And that was all for this list, guys. Just grab any of the featured games, you can't go wrong. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like the video and subscribe to see more in the future. See you in the next one.